Now, is everybody ready for Ryan Key from Yellowcard? Make some noise for the man himself coming in. Now, I gave them a little heads up that you are doing a huge favor for us because you're not great.
I have an alternate version for Better Days. Okay, we're good.
All right. So we don't want to waste too much of his voice right now because we're going to let him do the songs first.
The nice thing is I don't have to sing again until next week, so let's just blow it out. You know, this is what it is.
You can just be mute for the rest of the next week, right?
Yes.
Okay, take it away, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Key.
Hi, everyone. My kid, my wife, and I have all been like this for like 2 weeks straight. And I was like better yesterday. We were kind of making the call. Do we still do this or maybe postpone it? And I was like, I'm good. I feel good. And I woke up this morning, it sounded like I have walking pneumonia. So I don't have walking pneumonia, I don't think. But I just felt terrible this morning. So anyways, thank you for being here. Thank you to 97X for having me. And we're pulling away today. And Better Days is number 5 on the radio. Like, what is happening? I don't understand, but we're very happy, and we're stoked you guys seem to like this song a lot. So it's called Better Days. Holding that in the whole time. Like, as soon as this is over, I'm going down. Okay. But for real, thank you so much for you guys for the station here for the love on the song, and just we weren't supposed to be here anymore doing this, so to come back with our first single on the radio in 20 years and be top 5 is I've never really heard a story like that before in music, so it's really an honor, and just I mean, I'm sure there is one out there, but it's very surreal. So, but here's some classic rock for everybody. Broken, this fragile thing now, and I can't pick up the pieces, and I'm throwing my words all around. I can't give you a reason. I feel so broken up, and I give up. I just want to tell you so you know. Here I go, scream my lungs out and try to get to you. You are my only one I let go, but there's just no one that gets me like you do. You are my only one. Made my mistakes, let me down, and I can't hold on for too long. I ran my whole life in the ground, but I can't get up when you're gone, and something's breaking up. I feel like giving up. I won't walk out until you know. Here I go, scream my lungs out and try to get to you. You are my only one I let go, but there's just no one that gets me like you do. You are my only one. Here I go, so dishonestly, leave a note for you, my only one. And I know you can see right through me, so let me go, and you will find someone. Here I go, scream my lungs out and try to get to you. You are my only one I let go, but there's just no one like you. You are my only one. My only one. My only one. My only one. You are my only one. Thank you. I expect if you're filming any of this that we have a handshake agreement. You either will not share this or you will share with context. Just say the snot show was amazing today. Thank you. All right, let's play one more. Really, thank you guys for hanging with me, and I really wanted to make this happen. I don't have to cancel on you, so better something than nothing. And this, I've historically been riddled with illness, like on tour, and canceling shows and whatever. I used to take really terrible care of myself, and that was one of the problems. But I take pretty good care of myself now, and all of 22, 3, 4, I just got nothing. Like, we made it through those summer tours, just killed it. I was so stoked, and this is the second time I've had this in like 4 months this year, so I'm hoping I'm getting it out of the way before we come see you guys with a day to remember. But for real, thank you so much for having me and putting up with the snot show. It's a good one. All right. I don't really need to sing this one. There's a place off Ocean Avenue where I used to sit and talk with you. We were both 16 and it felt so right. Sleeping all day, staying up all night. Staying up all night. There's a place on the corner of Cherry Street. We would walk on the beach in our bare feet. We were both 18 and it felt so right. Sleeping all day, staying up all night. Staying up all night. If I could find you now, things would get better. We could leave this town and run forever. Let your waves crash down on me and take me away. Yeah. There's a piece of you that's here with me. It's everywhere I go, it's everything I see. When I sleep, I dream and it gets me by. I can make believe that you're here tonight. That you're here tonight. If I could find you now, things would get better. We could leave this town and run forever. I know somewhere, somehow, we'll be together. Let your waves crash down on me and take me away. Yeah. I remember the look in your eyes when I told you that this was goodbye. You were begging me not tonight, not here, not now. We're looking up at the same night sky and keep pretending the sun will not rise. We'll be together for one more night somewhere. If I could find you now, things would get better. We could leave this town and run forever. I know somewhere, somehow, we'll be together. Let your waves crash down on me and take me away. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Woo! All right, take a break. Rest your vocals for about 30 seconds there.
I'll take all I can get.
Yeah, you got all the time in the world. One more time, make some noise for Ryan with Yellowcard.
Why don't I suggest on tour I'll come back by and we'll do a do-over.
100%.
Okay.
Absolutely. We got to blame the baby, right? That's one of the great things about having a kid is you can just say, my kid got me sick.
Yes. From now on tour, that's
Forever.
Sorry, guys. We have to cancel the whole tour. It's my kid's fault.
Are you taking the kid with you on the tour bus for part of this?
No, he is. He's starting little daycare and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Getting the routine. But both legs of the tour end in Florida, so it's nice. I'm not away from them for too long.
Very nice. Speaking of Florida, obviously the band, you guys out of Jacksonville, and back in the '90s, like the Jacksonville scene was smoking. I mean, think about it: Evergreen Terrace, Shinedown, Limp Bizkit, Cold, all these bands coming out of one town. Were you like able to go see these guys before they were huge?
I saw Limp Bizkit at a house party once. Yeah. But we were more into there was a lot of kind of like late '90s alternative heavier. I mean, I don't even know. Active rock even more, right?
New metal, active rock.
Yeah, and we were more into like the Warped Tour,
right.
and what was happening in the '90s with bands like NoFX and Bad Religion and Lagwagon, Strung Out, a lot of not mainstream bands in any way, but bands that were coming through and selling out like the venues in town, and so
right.
Those were the shows we were going to. Were kind of like the Warped Tour adjacent punk shows and stuff, and that's like where our band came from, that scene.
And now you're the kings of the scene. So
hey, I don't know about that, but
we'll give you the credit. I heard you talking about your guitar, and then Joe told me that is a brand new toy of yours.
it is brand new. I just don't have mine are on the road with mine are in storage. The ones that I like travel with, and so Taylor has always been really kind to us as a band as a whole, and so Jay at Taylor was like, nope, no worries, man. It'll be at your door tomorrow. And so they just sent me a brand new guitar. So I asked our manager, do I have to give it back? And she said, just don't ask, and we'll deal with it later.
Yeah, wait till they come to you and be
Yeah,
like, hey,
that's
you remember
right.
that guitar? No,
That's right.
I don't.
Jay, I'm sorry, it went to junk. The email went to junk. I didn't
All
see
right.
it.
I got some questions for you, but being a kid from the '90s, are you at this point in your life yet where you got to pull out the?
I mean, I have my contacts in. So. I have like all over, like
right.
It's not close or far. It's just everything is blurry.
Everything's blurry. Yep. Well, now you're blurry, but I can read these, and that's what matters. Obviously, hitting some of those high notes there in Better Days. I don't know whose question this is, but they say they saw the video on Instagram about you hitting the C sharp.
Yeah.
How does it feel knowing you worked so hard, and how does it feel when you hit it live?
Yeah, well, so I started singing the song last November live, and we had already recorded it. We had the whole record in the bag, basically, and you guys didn't know, but we just kind of stepped out on stage in Europe and said, you guys want to hear a new song? And we played Better Days, and it was awesome. I mean, I can't remember the last time we played a completely unreleased piece of music. It probably would have been back in like 2005 at grad night, maybe. We played a song off of Lights and Sounds that was still like just in the demo phase of it, which is wild to think that we did that at grad night in front of like thousands of people. We were just like, here's a song you've never heard before, and we haven't even recorded yet. But anyways, I started singing it last year, and I sang it the way I sang it today. So if you're a music person, I basically sang the chorus the same way twice in a row instead of changing the second half of it because I was scared of that note. And I really kind of scream it almost on the record, which is not really in my comfort zone. But a lot of this record was about getting out of your comfort zone, which is, I think, what makes it so special. But yeah, I have since figured out a way to kind of hybrid a falsetto full voice version of it, and I was doing that this summer live at the festivals we played in Europe, and it felt really good. So had I not been like this, I would have done that version for you today. But yeah, it was whoever asked that question about seeing the reel on Instagram and stuff. It was that's what the record was like. There was a lot of early days of kind of feeling like just not very sure of myself and not really, what am I doing here? Like, we broke up, why are we here? How did we end up in just a lot of self-doubt and insecurity and stuff. And I've dealt with that stuff a lot throughout my whole career, but I'm the record and working with Travis, it really, really helped me like just start to believe in myself again and feel like I do belong here and I'm supposed to be here. We're doing what Yellowcard's supposed to do right now, and I think it's just that attitude and that mentality is just translate, or permeating everything we're doing, and you can see it in like the results we're getting. It's wild. We're just, I don't get it. I don't get how our band is so big right now. It's so weird. It's awesome. It's awesome, but it's so weird.
Well, and working with Travis Barker had to be obviously very cool. He's started doing a lot of producing and stuff. I'm acquaintances with Kevin Thrash, who was producing stuff with Travis too. So what was that experience?
We worked with Thrash on the record.
Okay. Nice. He's super cool. And amazing
best.
guitarist.
I know. He's the best. It was amazing, and you go into that process, and Travis is the drummer of Blink in your mind. So what's no idea what it's going to be like to work with him as a producer. We made all of our records from Ocean Avenue through the self-titled album with Neil Averon, our longtime producer. He has he's worked with Newfound and what am I? Fall Out Boy. He made the newest Fall Out Boy record. Sarah Bareilles, 21 Pilots. Like he's done everything, and so changing that up is a really intense thing to kind of get your head around, because bands are really annoying to work with. There's 4 or 5 people in a room who all at times want a different thing to be happening, creatively. And Neil has known us for 2 decades, so he can navigate those personalities and help us get to the end result. So coming in with Travis and just kind of being like, first, nice to meet you. Second, let's make the most important record we've made in 20 years together. How do you feel? So yeah, I think we just didn't really know what it was going to be like to work with a new producer, and then also to have what Travis Barker from Blink-182, who at the beginning is on this pedestal, and then becomes your friend and just becomes this super down to earth person who believes in your band and is in the studio every day, 8 hours a day with you. I mean, that was one of the most incredible things to me. Was I'm well aware how busy he is and how many things he has going on in his life, and his personal life and his professional life, and I really needed a partner in this, outside of just, obviously I have the guys in the band are behind me all the way when I'm in there singing and stuff. But from a producer's standpoint, I needed someone to really get in the trenches with me, and he did. And it was amazing. And not that I didn't expect him to, it was more just I didn't know what to expect. You know what I mean? But he's an amazing producer. He's super involved in every single decision and choice that you're making when it comes to songs. And he forced us out of our comfort zone, as I mentioned earlier, in a lot of ways, in that it was just, let's write a song today, and if it's not good, we won't use it. But if it is, we'll keep working on it, and we'll write another one tomorrow. We never work that way. We overthink it all. We demo for days, for months, And this was what you're hearing on the record a lot of the time was written and recorded that day. And I think that's how we were able to get this record to feel, for the first time in over 20 years, this feels like Ocean Avenue to me. And it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like we were trying to recreate it or chase it. But that's how we wrote those songs back then, because we were young and just would sit around all night playing acoustic guitars. We don't do that anymore, But that idea of we would write a whole song, walk in the next day with Neil, and just start recording it. We kind of changed the process through the years, and would demo more and take our time, and and there's a time and a place for every kind of songwriting. But I just think that it's clear, based on people's reaction to these songs so far, we have 3 out, and that this is the method we should use, because I feel like we've captured this core energy of the band again, somehow. And I think it had to do with his production style and the songwriting.
Do we have Lily in here? Oh, Lily.
Hi, Lily.
Lily wanted to know what inspired you to make a band.
That is a great question. Mom, you're probably not going to like this answer. I wanted to make my parents angry. I was a theater kid. I started acting when I was very, very young. And so I didn't get my first guitar until I was probably 11 or 12. And Nirvana Nevermind came out. The first Nirvana record. Well, second Nirvana record came out. And I was 11 years old, and it just blew the doors off of everything I thought I knew about music. I was always into music as a kid, but I was really fed pop music from MTV and the radio. I didn't have any kind of cool source of independent music, or there wasn't vinyl spinning in the house, So anyways, yeah, in high school, I just, a lot of my friends had started playing music, and I just felt like that rock. I mean, how do you understand to this day, I don't know that I understand exactly what Kurt was trying to say on all those songs, It's like a poem you're always trying to understand. But at 11, what do you get? It was just straight guttural feeling, instinct. This is, I don't know if rebellion is the right word, but, this feels like rebellion. This feels like I can break out of my shell while I'm listening to this music. And I think that's what inspired me to play guitar. And then I started a band with my friends, and we played on the weekends. And then I went off to college to be an actor, and that didn't work out. And then somehow I'm in Yellowcard. I don't know.
There you go. So remember, Lily, always rebel.
Yes.
no matter.
Always rebel and drop out of college twice, and your band will make it.
There you go. All right, we got to get you wrapped up, but one last question here. What is the best, and it says best or funniest Warped Tour memory, but I would just say any tour memory that you just always stands out.
Yeah. Best memory. It's obviously a very challenging question to answer, but I can bring it home to Florida here and kind of just tell a story about 2 years ago where, and this isn't like a specific moment of like playing the show or anything, but when we stepped off the stage at Riot Fest in 2022, there was a feeling of kind of, okay, well, that was unreal. So are we going to keep doing more things? Because at the time, that was the only thing we had on the books was just to play Riot Fest. And then for all we knew, we would crawl back into our dark corners and there would still be no Yellowcard. And we just did this one fun Ocean Avenue show, you know. But the show was mind-blowing. And it wasn't long after that the call came in that there was going to be that Live Nation wanted to do this tour with us in the summer of 23. And so I remember getting the list of, you know, venues that we were going to play for that tour. And it's worth noting that one of the main reasons we decided to step away from the band was because we were struggling to sell tickets in the venues that we had become, you know, used to playing, whether it be House of Blues or a theater in whatever town. And so it was just seeing on this list of amphitheaters and, you know, a couple arenas dusted in there. Here in Tampa, we played, you know, the arena that summer. Or was that with Third Eye Blind? I can't remember. It was? We didn't play here in 23, right? Okay, right. But either way, sure, we played an arena last summer, sure. But anyways, it was all these amphitheaters, you know, and you know, I don't speak for everyone in the band, but I was terrified. I was just, what do you mean? How are we playing these? That venue in Chicago holds 8,000 people. What are you talking about? 9,000 people. What do you mean? And we have our booking agent, Corey Christopher, has been with us since 2001. We've had the same agent for 25 years. It's very rare to have someone, you know, behind the scenes that works with you for that long. And so she was just like, you got to trust me, dude. I've taken care of you for a quarter century of your life. You have to trust me. And the Jacksonville show was on there, you know, and that's hometown show. Don't need to get into all that, but there's a lot of drama home with people who aren't in the band anymore and the stories behind all that and whose side of the story is what. And it's just there's always just sort of an aura around the Jacksonville show that is both a lot of pride, like hometown show, and also a lot of nerves around kind of the history of the band and things like that. And so here we are booked to play at Daly's Place, which is the amphitheater attached to the stadium. It holds like 4,500 people. And I just said, okay, I do trust you, but this one show, if 1,500 people show up to that show, we're never going to hear, that's going to be it. You know, we're never going to hear the end of that. I'm really nervous about that show. And she, again, was like, you just got to trust me. That show sold out so fast that we had to add a second one, and it sold out, and we did 9,000 tickets at Jacksonville. Wow. Yeah. So that's one of my all-time, you know, again, back to like trusting myself and starting to believe, like, we've been through a lot of ups and downs with this band, but it's time to start really belonging here and owning it, you know. And moments like that have been really helpful, just building up our confidence and getting us excited to go on this ride again, because it's been, like I said, it's been 20 years. Yeah. You know?
Well, as far as 97X is concerned, you always belong here.
So thank you.
Thank you for coming and playing. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Key.
Thanks, guys.